Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another weekly forecast slash breakdown. And before we get started, we always run through the VIP results, and I think we should run through these VIP results this time because I did share some on the free channel and they were absolutely fantastic. So again, if you guys were in those trades, don't forget to like this video and comment if you did make some profit and learn anything from this video. But without further ado, let's quickly run through this. You can see we technically may have decided to trade every single day this week. I don't know, I was just feeling a bit aggressive with the trades. The setups were there. Sometimes, obviously, they didn't work out, but then we did end up waiting for Thursday, Friday, which ended up being absolutely amazing. Thursday, obviously, failing to give us that bullish move, but then Friday, that bullish move then came through, and we're still holding going into next week, which is what I wanted to do this week, which is absolutely fantastic. So, if we quickly scroll up, have a look at where we looked at the Thursday's move. I did share a buy stop from my boy Angelo. Again, if you guys haven't already, don't forget to just check him out. Fantastic trader, and he's been going live all week this week. So I decided to just give him a little shout out right here. But this buy stop I was looking at as well, and we ended up taking it, and it was absolutely a fantastic trade, which gave us a decent sort of like 60, 50, 60 pips, I believe. And then we ended up taking partials there. And then the next trade what I was looking at was another bullish move on Friday. So I gotta just grab my cat. He's just in the way here. Anyway, so the next main move was Friday's 2% right here. And that was obviously with with Thursday's 90 pips that we ended up having. Price ended up coming back towards entry. And again, this trade I did share on the free channel right there, looking to buy now as a prior low. And as soon as we got in on Thursday's move, price ended up moving, say 50 pips in about like say 5 minutes. So absolutely fantastic trade. And then obviously with holding it, price came back down and gave another sort of 50 pip bullish move right there, which gave us a total of 90 pips. So that was absolutely fantastic. Obviously overnight price ended up coming down, but then here's where what was more interesting. Price ended up falling back down, which is around about here. You can see that prices are dropping, and this was obviously Thursday night, Friday London session, and then we ended up getting a bullish move here, which we entered on Friday. And this is the trade I wanted to break down because it's a very interesting trade, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be interested to hear what I have to say about it. So, without further ado, let's jump on the charts and let's have a look at this. So, what's going on here? Right, you can see a massive patch of green, which is always great to see, which tells me that we're in profit right here. You can see we're holding at 200 pips right there, and our stop loss is obviously at entry. So let's quickly drop down to the lower time frames and have a look at why we were expecting this bullish move. Let's quickly zoom out onto the higher time frames here just to show you and give you an explanation, because I know a lot of people would have been selling and there was a reason why I was still looking for buys. So obviously I did send out a post saying that with this drop right here, we could expect for price to push up and then push back down, which it did. So if you did take that, that was a win right there. So well done on that, because price ended up taking that swing point. This was a casual sort of break a prior low, break structure, push back up, and give us a high point to sell from, and then it can end up catching the sell move from there. But what I was looking for was, I was expecting that this was a breach of a prior low, collect liquidity, and then now it's time to switch into a bullish sort of formation right here, and that's exactly what happened. If we drop down to the hour time frame and look at Thursday, we can see that here was Thursday, price was pushing down here, but I couldn't see a position to buy right on Thursday. Couldn't see one. I only could see this support zone right here. Right, this was the best place to buy, and that's exactly what we did. Right, we waited for price to drop from here. Price ended up absolutely collapsing. I know there were some people buying from around about here, but ended up getting ripped out. I think I did try, and that was on my personal account anyway, so I didn't share that. But I said on my VIP channel that I'm waiting for price to enter this area here, and then to see if we can get any bullish moves. Right, let's have a look. It's a 5 minute time frame. Right, we can see that price is tapped in the middle of this sort of structure right here. I believe this is also a 1 hour fair value gap, if I can remember correctly. Yep, yes it was right there. You can see that there's a gap right there as well. So it's a 1 hour fair value gap. We got two confirmations there. Let's have a look at the 1 minute time frame. What confirmations do we get on the 1 minute time frame? You can see that we have this explanation is going to come in handy with the other Friday's trade as well. You can see that we have these short-term highs here, swing highs, and then price drops, swing high, price drops, swing high, price drops, and then it was here where this swing high was breached by this one. This tells me that there's a structure change right there, right? So all I need to now do is wait for a retest, and with that retest, we then enter the buy. But that's not the only confirmation I had right there. If we keep those lines right there, we can also see that with that retest on the 1 minute, we also have a 5 minute imbalance. Look at that. Plenty of confirmations right there. So what's stopping you from taking the buy? So that's exactly why I swiftly got in. SL was below the low, a decent, nice 50 pip right there. So a decent gap as well if you wanted to push down a bit. And then instantly, from our entry, price immediately pushed up like about 60 pips. That was a very quick 60 pips. A lot of scalpers would have closed their trades. I closed half, and I knew that because price only pushed halfway through this 5 minute imbalance, there's still room for price to push down. And I've noticed this with gold. When gold pushes up quite quickly, I know it tends to come back. So with that sort of experience that I've picked up, I just kept my stop loss below this low here, below here. Because if obviously price comes down towards this low, I know it's probably going to breach through. So I kept my stop loss here, left it, moved it away from entry, and then look what happened. Price obviously tapped back again, faked push up, came back again, and it was at this point where I was like, now it has to move. And look at that. Once it did, price then pushed another 90 pips. I did obviously add some more entries right here, and then we ended up getting a nice 100 pip move there, which resulted in a nice 1.5%, right? And unfortunately, I was thinking that this was going to fly to the moon. But obviously, when I tend to hold trades overnight, price doesn't just keep climbing 400 pips, it just goes back towards entry. So unfortunately, I didn't close that final 0.5% right there. Actually, no, it was a 1%. I didn't close, and that closed at entry. So I didn't count that in my results. Now, I'm thinking, what's gold trying to do here? Is it trying to go up? Is it trying to go down? So we still have this 1 hour sort of breaker block right here, sort of rejection block where price is now tapping into. So now we want to see that once price is tapped into this area here, it's taken out the sort of daily low from the prior daily low. So if I go into the daily time frame, you can see that actually, you know, it was just the Asian low, wasn't it? It got really close to the Thursday's daily low there. So it's quite low in the range to be selling. So I was looking for a potential buy position, and the only way I would look for a buy position, and I'm going to bring up the VIP channel because I direct them very, very clearly like this. So the only way I'm looking for a buy position, if price goes up to the previous high, and then this will open up a buy position for us. If it doesn't do that and price still falls, then it's just bearish for Friday. It's going to target that low and continue lower, right? So I've sent this out to the VIP boys and girls, obviously. Now we have to just wait and see what happens. Look at this. Price is really close to that high now, right? And it's created substructure and this 15-minute imbalances. And that is where I sent my buy limit, right? Risk of 1%, all that good stuff. The guidance is right there. So if you guys are not in the VIP channel, be sure to check the links in the description. I sometimes send discount links in the free channel as well. Where is that? I believe it's been cleared off. No, right there. So if this is still here, be sure to take advantage of the monthly and lifetimes right there if you want to get access. Anyway, back to it. Sorry guys, had to plug myself for there for a bit. But let's quickly drop back down right into this trade here. What did price do? From this low, I was expecting price to go back to this high, which it did. It failed to breach it, which, okay, that could still be a bullish sign because it's created a double top here with loads of stop losses. So there's liquidity sitting above here. So that's my take profit one. All I have to do now is wait for a retrace, for then price to trigger us in the trade, and then for price to go. What was I also looking for? 15-minute imbalance, right? 15-minute imbalance right here. That then got filled right there. So I was only expecting for bullish moves up. Look at these wicks. They got so close towards the SL. The SL was around about here. They were really close towards the SL at this point. So I was expecting only bullish moves. So once we ended up getting that New York open and then price started pushing up, I was like, right, it better start going now. And then what did we get? That 10 a.m. We wait for that beautiful 10 a.m. candle, and we ended up getting that nice bullish move straight towards take profit one. And then from then, it was just flying. Took out the Asia highs right there, and you can see that this was the Asia highs. So around about here, you can see that price left that liquidity right there. London pushed down further, took out the Asia lows, and now it's just targeting those Asia highs right there. So there's plenty of liquidity to be targeted. My main target was Thursday's high, which is exactly what it's done. And the only now left buy side liquidity is this one right here. And that leads us nicely into our sort of forecast for next week. So that was our trade there. You can see how it was step by step broken down. The timing we entered was at the right time. The stop loss was right there. So we also had our stop loss in, and the move ended up working out and going into our favor. And obviously on this one, I did share, I believe I shared it a little late, obviously, on the free channel because the VIPs get priority. I did send a free setup already for this week. So I try to give you guys as much as I can. But you got to be fair to the people who are in VIP anyway. Right, so 200 pips floating. What's going on next week? Let's go higher to the 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame. Right, so price is now filling out this 4 hour fair value gap. Our position secured our entry. I'm not going to be touching this position next week other than a take profit hit up here. Now, if I just remove this, no, wrong thing. I remove the box right here so I can drag it across. Right, so what I'm expecting for next week is this high to be breached first, a retracement back in towards this area for price to then continue higher. The only reason I say this is because we're still escalating out there in Iran with Iran and Israel, so I'm still expecting some bullish moves. Right. Again, I did say last week that we were expecting for price to retrace back towards this area here, but it looks like that's not going to happen anytime soon. So unless we see that, we're still going to be trading into the bullish direction. So if we get price take out these highs, look for that retracement, right? What do we have in terms of news? We have job openings on the 29th, which is on Tuesday. We have GDP on Wednesday, and then we have, it looks like Thursday's the main day here. We got core PCE, personal income. So Thursday is the main day for us in terms of trading. We've got a lot more volatility there. Thursday is usually our best day. You can see in terms of our results. If we go back to the free channel right here and go back to the bottom, right there, Thursday and Friday. Amazing. If I go into the pinned, look at that. Thursday, Friday. Fantastic stuff. So in terms of like consistency, I know Thursday, Friday is my best day, so I'm going to be capitalizing on that. So I know I'm going to let Monday, Tuesday carry out with this trade, take profit. Hopefully, if it gets hit, fantastic. If not, okay, we've taken our partials. It doesn't really matter. There's no sort of emotion in that trade. Monday, Tuesday, let it take out this high, let it dance around. If we get that retracement to continue up, that'll be even better. Other than that, if price wants to stay above this high, and then just do something like this, and we get like some sort of break a day before Thursday or something like that. This is just an analysis. You'd expect for a sell position to at least retrace back into there, but with sells, I'd stay away from. Although yes, people can make money, it's just I'd risk less. That's what I'm trying to say. Reduce your risk on sells because we're in a bullish market. There's been plenty of times where prices failed to sell, like for example from here, failed to sell, price just continued its move up here, and that was one trade that ended up hurting us, but it's okay. That's pretty much it. I don't have anything else really to tell you other than that. We're getting closer to that 2800. A second ago we were in 26, now we've gone past 27, now we're climbing towards that 2800. So I'd expect something like this for a bearish move, or if you get that immediate push up and you get immediate drop back in here, I'd start looking for that sort of bullish scenario where price can start pushing back up. So you have two drawings right there, but I'd favor the bullish move if you can get something like that, because then we'd love to keep pushing this thing higher. And up we go. That's pretty much it for the gold weekly forecast. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to comment any thoughts. I'd love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Links are all in the description. It's been Awais FX. Peace out.